Point Lookout, Missouri, on the campus of the College of the Ozarks. I'm your host, Perry Phillips, for all the action. You're listening to the 25th annual event, which is brought to you by the NAIA and Stretch Internet, the NAIA's official video streaming provider. This matchup will feature the number 2 seed Indiana Wesleyan Wildcats, 28-5 on the season, and the number 7 Bellevue Bruins, 20-11. Bellevue dressed in their road purple uniforms, trimmed in gold, and the Wildcats in their home white uniforms with red trimmed in gray numbers. Ball is in the air and tipped, and it will be Bellevue to start things out. Three-point shot already on the way. It is missed, and it will be Indiana Wesleyan basketball. Juan Corral, Greg Coletta, and James Pouncey are your officials for this opening round game of the Men's Division II National Basketball Championship. As I said, this is a number 2 versus a number 7 game. This game taking place in the Dewar bracket. Full court pressure from Bellevue. Wildcats able to break it all the way to the hole. Shot is no good, and it wouldn't have counted anyway. A charging foul. Player control, we send it the other way. Foul is whistled against Lane Mahurin. First foul against either team, so Mahurin picks up his first personal foul. Up and down action thus far. We've only played 20 seconds. Ball lost out of bounds. It stays with Bellevue. We thank you for joining us for the broadcast here. We're in Point Lookout, Missouri. Just on the outskirts of Branson, Missouri, in southwest part of the state. Shot from the corner does not go. And then a foul on the rebound. And the first foul is going to be wrestled against the Bruins here. That'll be Chris Burton. So each team has picked up a foul. And a lot of action in the first 30 seconds. Three-point shot from the corner, it's good. That's Peters. That is his 95th three of the season. And it's a 3-0 Indiana Wesleyan lead. A quick whistle once again and another foul. This will be on Bob Peters, his first one, team foul number 2. Radio coordinator Scott McCauley joins me now.
Yeah, there was a lot of action in that first minute, and finally someone scored with 50 seconds in. Of course, as Perry probably told you, he and I both very familiar with Bellevue, having played in the same conference with College of the Ozarks for many, many years. And even though those alliances have changed for both of those schools, still Steve-O and the Bruins played and split 2 games this year. And, of course, Indiana Wesleyan just pretty well, chiseled them in every year here at Point Lookout, as they've had a program that has really been developing, and they have won a championship here at Point Lookout over the last 3 years.
Cardenas got 1 out of 2 free throws to bring it to a 3-1 game. Wildcats with the basketball, works it around the perimeter. Here's a shot from 15. No good. Bellevue clears the rebound. Here come the Bruins looking to tie or even take the lead if they can hit a long one here. They are not scared to shoot the 3. They'll try to runner this time. Rebound tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the purple-clad Bruins. And an entire line change. 5 new Bruins coming off the bench. And this is something that Coach Paben, through the years, has not been afraid to do. He always plays a lot of players.
But very rarely do we see him in line changes like we are now. And as I'm sure you talked about earlier, they've had a few lineup changes here during the year. And I think they've kind of had to reinvent themselves a little bit and had to find exactly how they were going to try to compete and win some ball games.
Olashola kicks it down low. It's Burton missing the shot. And the Wildcats will come the other way with a 3-1 lead. Indiana Wesleyan 28-5 on the season. They average 90.2 points a game, so they do not mind pushing it whatsoever. Inside layup, good. Once again, that is going to be Johnson down low. A nice feed, catches it on the run and able to develop or contact for the score. Bellevue with a chance to answer at the other end. No good, and quickly the Wildcats in transition. They've got the numbers. Once again into the lane, reverse layup drops for Johnson. Quick whistle and just trying to get somebody to sit down on the far side. Actually, that is a a warning over there. 7-1 the score now after that basket. Johnson with 2 field goals in a row there for Indiana Wesleyan. The 3 to answer at the other end, bounces over the backboard. And the quick possession gives it right back to the Wildcats. Indiana Wesleyan. Tonigal in his 11th season on the bench there. As Scott talked about, they have become a mainstay here at the Men's Division II National Basketball Championships. Drive along the baseline, shot will roll off the front rim, back. It didn't go, but the tip was there as you saw. Johnson able to get the finish. He's got 6 of their 9, and it's a 9-1 advantage early. Free throws coming up here as Johnson commits the foul.
You know, we talk about mainstays. Bellevue actually, I believe, has, you know, taken out College of the Ozarks, who some years qualifies as the host. So kind of putting them out of the equation. Bellevue actually has the longest continuing streak right now of being in this national championship. They have been in it every year since 2003. And since 2000, they've only missed twice.
And talking to Coach Paben, he was really wondering going into the final day even if this was going to be the year that streak was broken.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, and I'm just going to have an honest assessment here. We, because of our involvement here, you know, we kind of take a look at that as we prepare our team salutes and who's going to be here. And I tell you what, for a while I kind of had them on the outside looking in, but they had just enough to get into that final spot and keep that streak alive.
Bubash gets the score, 11-1. All of a sudden, it's a 10-point lead here for the Wildcats. Very cold from the field in the early going. Bellevue, and that won't hit matters any as the player control foul sends it the other way. So Wildcats now, Scott, with an 11-1 lead and the basketball. Great start for them, and Coach Paven cannot be happy with the way things have gone for his Bruins in early going.
And they've got to find an answer, because this Indiana Wesleyan team so balanced and so fundamentally sound. If they even get a hint of a blowout here, and they will not be afraid to keep the gas on the foot on the pedal here and really get it going.
Well, there's a turnover, and see if Bellevue can take advantage now. Contested shot, no good, and again the defense stiffens up, and Wildcats get the ball back. 11-1, they lead it. Here's going to shot an open look from 3 from the corner. No good. Bellevue with the rebound as Aaron was in great position to pull it down. Now they want to run again in transition. Guzman to the basket. He gets it to roll in, and finally a field goal there for Bellevue.
So it takes them almost 4 minutes of the game to get their first field goal. Now this is a Bellevue team, especially defensively, that can make some things happen, but right now Indiana Wesleyan is just beating them to the spots, and even though that shot was missed, and that was a wide open look from 3, Bellevue just couldn't get back fast enough on defense to get it stopped.
Bellevue, though, was all over the rebound, and here the Bruins a chance to cut into the lead. Here's a long 3. Olatola Olashola. He started for a lot of his time there, including a game that we did earlier here on this court when they played a non-conference game against the College of the Ozarks. Coming off the bench now and popping the 3 to draw his team closer. Here's a mid-range jump shot, good. That's Trevor Waite. And the 3 is answered at the other end. 3-point shots continue to try to go. That one would not. It was way off to the right. Here come the Wildcats trapped. There's 3 guys that have him trapped, and that means since they completed the pass, Indiana Wesleyan has the numbers, and Bubash makes him pay as he's able to put it in the hole. Once again, a double-digit lead. Excuse me, it's just 15-6. We gave him extra credit for a point earlier. We'll get that corrected. 15-6 is the official score. A 9-point lead for Indiana Wesleyan as Bellevue misses a jump shot there.
Are you a teacher now or something, giving out extra credit like that?
Yeah. Don't tell Paben, he already thinks we have problems from the conference days. There's a 3-point shot, good for Indiana Wesleyan, and a timeout on the floor now as Maywar hits that 3, and it is an 18-6 game.
Well, and Bellevue needs a timeout here. They have got to get things settled down, as you know, they made a surge in their defense, which is really this team's strength. Their defense started making some things happen, but then all of a sudden, again, just a couple of quick spurts by Indiana Wesleyan, and they're back up here by 12. And Bellevue really, really has to do what they can to keep this team within shouting distance.
For anybody scoring at home, the mistake was mine. I inadvertently gave Trevor Waite a credit for a three-point shot a little bit earlier. Apparently he was on the line, and that was ruled a 2, and that's been corrected on the scoreboard now in my sheet as well. So 18-6 is the score. Indiana Wesleyan with a 12-point advantage here, 14:42 left to go in the first half. $60,000 student athletes, 260 college campuses, 23 national championship events, and $500 million in athletic aid. Get in the game today at playnaia.org. Make sure you check out more exciting action of other NAIA championships by going to naia.org. The Division II Women's National Championship is going on now, and men's and women's Division I National Championships are coming up starting March 16th. Go to NAIA website for more information. Bellevue with the ball in the front court now. Let's see if they were able to learn something out of the timeout. Instead, here is another turnover steal. Free throw line jumper is not going to be good for the Wildcats. And then a Bellevue rebound as Quell was in good position to pull it down. He was fouled. That'll be the second foul against Johnson and the fourth foul against Indiana Wesleyan. Johnson will stay on the floor right now with those 2 fouls. We've played about 5.5 minutes. Bellevue corner jump shot for 3. No good. Rebound tipped and a foul underneath. The push will be whistled against Burke for Bellevue. That's going to be his first personal foul, team foul number 3. So length of the court to go for Indiana Wesleyan here. And full court pressure from the Bruins. Trapping press, and they beat it and get into the front court. It's 3-on-2, and Bellevue with a nice defensive play as reaching out into the passing lane was Quell to knock that away. Quell, really big presence in the middle of the lane with those long arms. Wildcats with the ball around the perimeter. All the way over into the right corner. Down underneath on the block, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Bellevue. It'll stay with the Wildcats. 13:58 on the game clock, 10 on the shot clock. It's a 12-point Indiana Wesleyan lead, 18-6. Inbound play. Drive, left-handed shot, good. A little underhand scoop shot for Mahurin. That's Mahurin's first field goal of the game. He averages 18 points a contest. It's a 14-point lead now. A whistle and a Wildcat foul. That's going to be team foul number 5. Fouls on Peters, that's 2. So now 2 different Wildcats with 2 fouls. Checking back into the lineup for Indiana Wesleyan is Marlin. And checking out will be Peters. 13:40 left to go in the first half. Again, it's an opening round game in the Dewar bracket of the Men's Division II National Basketball Championship here in Point Lookout, Missouri. Bellevue gets the ball inbound. Ovalasholo on the drive, ends up having to kick it outside, and the basket is converted there. Guzman on the basket. 20-8, there's a steal. Guzman with another one. That's 4 points in about 4 seconds for Guzman.
And it was Cardenas that got the steal that set it all up, Perry. And Bellevue, again, using their defense to make things happen and almost force Indiana Wesleyan out of bounds, but a little bit too much contact. They're going to get the foul called here, and I think they're going to get Guzman for that foul on the sideline. But again, Bellevue's success is keyed on their intensity defensively, and that is what's going to be able to keep them in the ball game, and certainly the defense came up big right there.
Wildcats in the front court over on the left wing. Picking up the dribble there was Johnson. Down in the corner, that three-point shot is a little bit strong, though. Johnson there for the rebound. His shot no good. He has committed the foul anyway. And make sure that is on Johnson. It is. That is going to be his third.
Well, Greg Conoco heading to the bench. That means that he'll be gone out of the lineup for a while, and that is a huge third foul right there. You never know in that block charge what's going to happen, and that time it goes against the Indiana Wesleyan Ball Club, and now he will be out of the game for a while.
So 6'6" sophomore checks out of the lineup. Bubash back in. Shot from just inside the lane is missed. Here come the Wildcats in transition. Running the left side of the floor, it's Marlin. Gets into the lane. Pump fakes the three, does Mahurin. Shot down, or pass down low, shot no good. And the rebound controlled by Bellevue. Nice position inside there for Aaron. Over into the corner. Here's a wide open look at three, and that one's canned. Olashola, his second tray of the game. He's got 6. It's 20-13. Bellevue has cut the lead down to 7 inside the lane. Shot no good, and rebound controlled by Bellevue, so the Bruins can draw even closer here. Ball tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Wildcats. It was, or excuse me, by Bellevue. It was Burke who last touched it. No, excuse me, I had it right first time. So we Bellevue basketball over on the sideline. Cook kicks it left. Now he gets it back. Long three-pointer, way strong, no good. Lost out of bounds off Bellevue. Quell had position inside, just couldn't handle the rebound. So it'll be Wildcat basketball, length of the court to go. And again, full court pressure here. Trapping defense from Bellevue. Long pass ahead, completed. Layup is no good. A blocking foul, though, and free throws.
Boy, just a second late. Second late. Get there second early. That's probably an offensive foul, but just could not quite get in position in time as Burton had the right idea, but just not able to get to that position soon enough.
Well, and Burton did a nice job of even forcing them to take free throws here after they beat the press. They end up being a 3-on-1 break, and he gets in the right position to draw the contact. Just could not get there quite early enough to pick up the charge. First free throw is good, and the second one as well. That was Grant Evans with 2 free throws going down. He's 22-13, back up to a 9-point advantage. Bruins have been playing and wanting to play fast since it started. Having to work in a half-court set now. Ball over on the right wing, drive by Morgan. Burton's three misses off to the left. Long rebound controlled by the Wildcats, and a foul just in front of Coach Pavin against the Bruins.
And that's their last one to give, as they will be in the bonus. Both teams now in the bonus for the rest of the half after this particular inbounds play. But Bellevue, you needing to really take advantage of the situation of getting Indiana Wesleyan bonus, trying to get to the free throw line and trying to make up some ground.
Well, they tried to lob it underneath, too strong. Bellevue, though, able to tip it out. Here they go, trying to make them pay in transition, but instead of steal, the quick hands inside from Marlin. He brings the ball up the court. Evans down into the corner. Waits, three is good. This time it was 3. 25-13. Bellevue answers with a 3 at the other end, but it's too strong. Tipped out of bounds. And official Greg Coletta points the way of the Wildcats. Greg Coletta, James Pouncey, and Juan Corral, the officials in this one. Length of the court to go. 3 in the backcourt. Bellevue full court pressure. It's a man press, but they trap out of it. As they tried to do right there, but Wildcats able to break it underneath. Layup good. Give credit to Maywar for the basket. Marlin for setting it up. 27-13. Another miss for Bellevue and another Wildcat rebound. So just like Bellevue went on a run, Wildcats answering with one of their own. Pump fake from 3, drive. Now here, the ball is to Marlin. Marlin kicks it into the hands of Waite. Waite will miss the 3. And Bellevue able to get the rebound, kick out. Cardenas runs. He'll pop a three in transition. No good. Bellevue, though, able to get the rebound and fouled on the way up is Olashola. He'll go to the free throw line for two. 10-12 left to go in the first half. 27-13, Indiana Wesleyan with the lead. Olatola Olashola with 6. And a chance to add that with 2 freebies. First one swishes home. Senior Bruin here.
And right now he needs to help keep the Bruins, at least keep the taillights inside, if you will, of Indiana Wesleyan as they're rolling out to a big lead here. Just, you know, right now you're in a rough spot, and you know you're in a rough spot. You just got to try to persevere and get through that rough spot and see what you can do to get some more things happening as this half goes along and into the second half.
Wildcats again beat the pressure, quickly inside, and a layup for Bubash. 29-15, it's a 14-point bulge. 3-point answer at the other end goes down for Cardenas, his first tray of the game. 29-18, under 10 minutes left to play in the first half now. And the Wildcats, Scott, what they're doing is we have a timeout on the floor, actually just a line change, excuse me, 5 fresh Bruins coming in. If they're able to beat the pressure, they're attacking because they have the numbers as soon as they get in the front court.
They're getting to a spot, and they're getting to the open person just like they did right there, down it in 1 for Indiana Wesleyan. And again, they just do that so well. They know exactly where they're going when they get into the front court, and now a chance to get an old-fashioned 3-point play. I mean, they're just so disciplined offensively, and as we mentioned, we've seen Indiana Wesleyan here a lot over the last few years, and that's been one of the constants about this ball club is their ability to be very patient and know where they're supposed to be on offense, and they are very good at finding the open man as they have done quite often here in the first half.
Yeah, that extra pass really set that one up to Maywar down low. And the left-hander misses the free throw off the front. Field goal percentages right now, Indiana Wesleyan shooting 57%, Bellevue 26%. Drive underneath. This gimme will go, though. That'll help the shooting percentage when you get shots down low like that. Quell able to finish it. Drops the lead for Indiana Wesleyan down to 11. They beat the pressure again, but unable to attack this time, and they set up in the half-court look. Here's a look at 3. Missed it, but the rebound comes right back out to him. Throws it down into the corner and has to be saved. But the Wildcats able to do it. So Indiana Wesleyan resets as we have 9 minutes left to play in the first half, up by 11. Here's a runner. Wade has 7 now, 33-20. And a carry of the ball. Unforced turnover by Burton gives it right back to Indiana Wesleyan.
Perry, I don't know if this is just me, and I know it's not the case. It almost looks like right now, as good as Indiana Wesleyan's playing offensively, it almost looks like it's 6-on-5 because it seems like there's always somebody open. And I say that again to emphasize that Bellevue is notoriously a very good defensive ball club, but they are having their struggles against Indiana Wesleyan here in the first half.
Wesleyan in the front court, not quite as much pressure in the back court that time, and what happens? The Wildcats turn it over in the front court. Bruins on the drive, underneath, shot is good. Rolled in for Ashanti. Excuse me, Aaron gets credit instead of Ashanti on that one. Still it's a 33-22 game. It's an 11-point advantage for the Wildcats. Indiana Wesleyan in the front court, free throw line. Here's about a 9-foot jump shot. It is no good. Rebound battled for, and we're going to have a held ball. Alternating possession keeps it with Indiana Wesleyan.
Well, if you're Bellevue, Coach Pavin will really be upset about that. That's a rebound's got to be cleared right there because they got a missed shot. One of the rare bad shots by Indiana Wesleyan here in the first half, but the bounce just went the Wildcats' way, and so does the arrow, which hence gives them another opportunity here.
Inbound play coming up.
Only 4 seconds, though, on the shot clock.
And they don't need more than about a half second.
Yeah.
They lob it in and just lay it in.
Never mind.
Credit for Maywar again. 35-22. Maywar with 9. Ball deflected inside and eventually knocked off of Bellevue there.
Hey, Marquise Aaron with a nice play there as he gets over
exactly.
there because Indiana Wesleyan was just going to let it go, and they hustle and get it and literally knock it off the Indiana Wesleyan player that was just letting it go. So that time, good hustle by Bellevue pays off.
7:48 left to go in the first half. Indiana Wesleyan 35, Bellevue 22. Burton drives, kicks it over on the left wing. Ashanti tries the three, missed it strong. Bellevue rebound, keeps it though with the Bruins. Morgan outside to Burton. He'll shoot another three, rolls off the rim, and the rebound tipped and controlled by the Wildcats momentarily, but now they pick it back up. In transition, Guzman runs the floor. Down into the corner, three-point opportunity, miss, and Bellevue gets the long rebound. It bounced all the way out to the free throw line. And Morgan was able to pick it up. Block shot at the other end. It stays with Bellevue. 7:12 left to go first half. 35-22 now, Indiana Wesleyan in front of the Bellevue Bruins. Bellevue University in Bellevue, Nebraska. And a violation, actually a foul, before they could even throw the ball in. And it is whistled against Otero. It's his first personal. Team foul can count as an offensive foul, though, so there are no free throws here. Wildcats just get the ball, drive, and a dunk! Throwing it down hard was Mahurin.
And Mahurin had an open lane to the basket, and once he grabbed the ball, he knew exactly what he was going to do with it.
37-22, 28-foot shot, good. That's three for Cardenas.
And that's a 28-foot shot, but that is one they had to have because Indiana Wesleyan, with that momentum, that instantaneously gets the lead down to 12 and kind of takes a little bit of the edge out of the crowd, but they still got to get a few more stops than that.
Break the pressure. Underneath, left-handed layup, no good, but a foul, and Mahurin now will go to the free throw line. The NAIA provides exclusive opportunities for over 60,000 student athletes to achieve academically while competing for the love of the game. Register to get in the game at playnaia.org. And the phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Join 60,000 others who feel the same way. You'll never run out of room to grow on the court, in the classroom, and as a person. Learn more at that same website, naia.org. 6:32 left to go in the first half. Indiana Wesleyan 37, Bellevue 25. Let's take a look at the numbers. Indiana Wesleyan's actually increased the field goal percentage a little bit from when we talked a while ago, 57.14%. Bellevue, they have come up to 30. They were in the low 20s for a while. 4 out of 18 for three-pointers for Bellevue, 33% for three-pointers. That's 3 out of 9 for Indiana Wesleyan. 7 to 6 in turnovers, pretty even there. But Indiana Wesleyan with 11 assists already in the game.
Wow. Yeah, and some of them, you know, again, it goes to finding the open player. I mean, they have great court awareness when they're going down court. They're looking around, and that's why I said it sometimes seems like it's 6 against 5 because Indiana Wesleyan, they just are always finding the open player, and Bellevue is a pretty good defensive team, and I know I've said that several times, but it's just one of those things that emphasizes how good offensively Indiana Wesleyan's playing.
1 out of 2 free throws good. Bellevue wants to run. Bellevue does run. And a blocking foul. And free throws coming up for the Bruins here as Quell will go to the line. A little bit shaken up there. He's trying to bounce on those legs. That'll be Ashanti shooting instead of Quell. Quell was bouncing. I thought the contact was there. It'll be Ashanti shooting too. For Bellevue. 6:27 left to go in the first half, 38-25. Mahurin will check out of the lineup. Peters, Bubash, Marlin, Evans, and Murray for Indiana Wesleyan. Quell, Burke, Ashanti, Burton, and Olashola for Bellevue. Free throw was missed. The Bellevue rebound, and then an offensive foul against Bellevue. So when Bellevue gets a break, it still goes against them.
That's when you know you're having a bad day, when that happens.
Long forecourt pass is intercepted at the free throw line, and Bellevue gets it going the other way. Wildcats tried the length of the court pass there, it just wasn't strong enough. Coming up on 6 minutes left to play in the first half. Olashola kicks it right side. Three-point shot is no good from Burke. Here come the Wildcats in transition. Over on the left side, saving it from going out of bounds was Marlin. Over to the complete opposite side now, down low. And a foul will bring up some Wildcat free throws. Olashola commits the foul. Bubash going to the line. 5:49 left to go in the first half. It's a 13-point advantage now for Indiana Wesleyan. And we've been around this distance for a while.
Yeah, and it's kind of a situation where, and I think I described it in the game I was doing this morning, that as of right now, Indiana Wesleyan has got enough control of the game that they can feel a little comfortable, but they don't have enough control of the game where they can just say, okay, we've got Bellevue put away. Bellevue staying just close enough to keep them on their toes. Now Indiana Wesleyan up by 15, but we've seen a couple of spurts in the ball game where Bellevue has hit a couple of quick shots to try to stay in this. And you know what it comes down to, Perry, is right now, and I know Coach Pavin wouldn't use this terminology, but they're looking at a number right now. They're looking at a number to try to be within a certain distance at halftime to still be a part of this ball game. I mean, that'll be their goal. I mean, it's unlikely you're going to make up 15 points in 5:43. Not unheard of. We certainly saw that in a game last night. But the fact of the matter is, what you have to do now if you're Bellevue is you've got to give yourself a chance to be a part of this game in the second half.
Guzman hit the first free throw, and he gets one more. Got it as well. It's a 40-27 game. And again, Bellevue with that pressure. Not quite as physical and as trapping as it was, but nonetheless, once again, Wildcats break it and get a score from Bubash down low. He goes to double figures with 10, makes it a 42-27 game. Three-point shot, short, and no one there for the rebound except Waite for the Wildcats. Marlin leads the break. Out on the wing, Waite. Marlin just inside the arc. Double team gets rid of the basketball, and they reset the offense with 10 seconds now left to go on the shot clock. Counting it down. Hand off. They're going to have to fire one up. 3, 2, 1. They do throw it up. It misses the backboard, misses the rim, and a shot clock violation gives it to Bellevue. So nice defense that you were talking about. The Bruins playing good half-court set.
Yes, that time forcing him to take that shot clock violation and using their defense. And, you know, it's tough when you're down right now 15 to say your defense has to dictate things, but they have to slow down Indiana Wesleyan enough just to try to have a way to start climbing out.
Bellevue running into the front court. Olashola lost a little bit and shuffled it to Burton. Burton underneath, shot no good from Quell. Looks like he had the rebound, but then it was taken away. Here come the Wildcats. Doubles to Marlin. Marlin down into the corner now. Maywar back up top. They swing it. Everybody touches the basketball. 12 seconds left to shoot. Ball tipped away momentarily. Wildcats get it back. 8 seconds now to shoot. Marlin drives into the lane. He'll force up the shot and drops it. Marlin's first basket of the game. He's been getting assists and setting other people up. This time he takes it himself. 44-27. Bellevue in the front court. Drive and a foul. And more free throws coming up for Ashanti. Remember, he missed the front end of a 1-and-1 just a little bit ago. This time he'll get 2 as both teams in the double bonus.
Well, and I tell you, Bellevue's got to be so frustrated. They played very good defense on that last sequence, but yet Indiana Wesleyan still finds a way to get that basket and to stretch the lead. And you know, again, they are finding the way, and it goes back to what we said. They're keeping Bellevue at arm's length right now. And certainly doing the job they need to stay in control of this ball game.
Another missed free throw. But one more, as we said, it was a 2-shot foul. And he misses another one, so 3 straight misses there. And that is definitely not what you want when you're trying to come from behind. 44-27, Indiana Wesleyan with the lead and the basketball. Here's a look at 3. There is a 3. Waite goes to double figures with 10. That's his second 3 of the game. It is a 20-point advantage now at 47-27. Over on the right wing, here's a Bellevue 3 that splashes home for Burke. 47-30, back to a 17-point game. Indiana Wesleyan having trouble getting it in, barely beat the 5-second call, and they will get a turnover as the ball goes off the leg of Ashanti and out of bounds. So the pressure for Bellevue pays off, and they get the turnover there. Bruins to inbound, but it's way down in the corner. Sometimes that can be tough to throw it in from. But they are able to get it in. Cardenas is trapped, gets it outside. 3-point shot, no good. Rebound is controlled by Maywar for Indiana Wesleyan. And they get into the front court. Numbers once again, drive and a shot goes. Not sure he was trying to dunk it or he just lost it, but it rolled in. Made it a 49-30 game after the basket. 3-point shot, no good. And nobody but Wildcats there for the rebound. Indiana Wesleyan brings it up into the front court. Under 2:45 in the half. And an unforced turnover at midcourt will give it right back to the Bruins. 49-30, Indiana Wesleyan leads Bellevue. Bruins with it in the half-court set. Down low, nice pass. And the basket delivered for Aaron, his second field goal of the game. 49-32. Wildcats on the run again, into the corner. Doubles up top. Now they go left, in between the circles, comes to Waite. Offensive foul. Evans called for the infraction there. Winner of this game will advance to tomorrow for the second round. And we'll play Northwest Christian out of Oregon. Northwest Christian an 84-69 victor over Southwest Kansas in the first round. 2:05 left to go in the first half. Bruins looking to get closer, trailing 49-32. Drive, dish off underneath, shot is good. Ashanti finally on the scoreboard. 49-34. Wildcats attack, baseline jumper, no good. Tipped out and stays in control of the Wildcats. Here's another look at 3. In and out, no good. Bellevue claims the rebound as it was Morgan in a good position. Morgan to Guzman. Guzman down low, now that's Aaron. Up top, Cardenas for 3, missed it. A whistle and a foul away from the basketball and way away from the basketball. They're clearing the lanes. This actually may be a technical here. You know what? It is a technical instead of just a regular foul. Technical is on Mike Cardenas. That is going to go down as also his first personal foul. So we'll have 2 free throws here for Indiana Wesleyan. First one's good. It's Johnny Marlin, an 83% free throw shooter at the line. One free throw still to go. The Wildcats average 90 points a game, and they're ahead of that pace as they've already at the half-century mark. Both free throws good. 51-34, 1:21 left to go in the first half. And it will be Wildcat basketball, length of the court to go. Bellevue with 4 players in the backcourt with that press. Ball is thrown into Evans. Evans trying to beat the pressure, and he will get it across the timeline. Cross-court pass doubles. Doubles out, Marlin resets near half court with 1:05 left to play, 15 to shoot. Drives all the way into the lane, stops, dishes off, and the easy layup drops for Bubash, and another assist for Johnny Marlin. 53-34, back up to a 19-point lead, 50 seconds left to play in the first half. Burton down low, picks up his dribble and has to throw it way back outside. A 24-foot jump shot, no good. Rebound, though, keeps it with Bellevue. Burton wants 3. He missed it. This time Wildcats get the rebound. And 30 seconds left to play, 26 on the shot clock, so about a 4-second differential. Evans gives it to Marlin. Marlin to set things up. 19 on the game clock. Now we're down to 13 on the shot clock. Counting it down in the background. Way out by half court still. Down to 5 to shoot. Marlin pulls up for a long 3 and hits it with a man in his face. Huge 3 there for Indiana Wesleyan. A shot at the buzzer, no good from Bellevue. And Indiana Wesleyan cruising in total control right now as they lead it by 22 at halftime, 56-34. Bellevue attempted 27 three-pointers in that first half, 5 of 27 for 3, or from 3, I should say. They shot 28.57 overall, 12 of 42. Indiana Wesleyan, 22 of 37 for 59%, 5 of 12 from 3. 24-17 rebound in the edge for Indiana Wesleyan. Bellevue will start with the ball here in the second half, moving from right to left. On your screen. Bruins. Drive, shot, no good. Tip, and Wildcats with the rebound. Outlet pass, Marlin runs the floor. There's a drive from Johnson. Kicks it over left side, 3-point attempt, it's good. Peters with his second 3 of the game, and his 96th tray on the year. 59-34. There's a missed shot, and the Wildcats with the rebound. Indiana Wesleyan into the front court. This is Marlin. Kicks it over on the left wing. And a pass over into the corner is saved. And the tip will go into the backcourt, and it will be over and back as no Bellevue player touched it, just Indiana Wesleyan folks. So Bellevue gets a defensive stop here, trailing by 25. And a chance to draw closer. Bodies were all over the floor on a couple of different places, trying to save that one and get control of the basketball. And so the court crew out there trying to clean it up. And I'll tell you what, no matter which team you're on, if you're up by 25 or down by 25, it's good to see that kind of hustle going for every loose ball. Bruins with the basketball. Baseline drive, triple team. Still working as Ashanti ends up having to kick it back outside. Cardenas comes up with it. Throws a free throw line jump shot up, no good. And the rebound controlled by the Wildcats. Marlin on the run. He'll lob it up. Not sure if it was a shot or if he was just trying to get it to Mahurin. And the ball lost out of bounds, last touch by Bellevue. 5 new Bruins check into the lineup. Burton, Olashola, Morgan, Cook, and Morgan. Shot is good for Mahurin. He's got 7. Makes it a 61-34 game. 18 and a half minutes left to play in the contest. Drive and a shot drops there for Morgan, his first field goal of the game. 61-36. Three-point shot is blocked at the other end as Burton gets back and gets a hand on it. It was Peters trying to hit the tray. And a whistle and an offensive foul. Bob Peters whistled for his 3rd personal foul. First team foul against either team here in the second half. Going to the basket, missing again. Missing was Morgan. He made it just a little bit ago. And a foul just before half court. Going for a steal there was Burt. He commits his 2nd personal foul. We've played 2 minutes here in the second half. Mahurin to inbound just in front of me. And he gets it into Marlin. Marlin gets it into the front court here, gets the ball back and sets up in the half court set. Whistle and a foul. It's going to be a hold here against Morgan. That is going to be his 2nd personal foul, team foul number 2. And it's Wildcat basketball. Knocked down to the floor there is Marlin. That'll be just an out-of-bounds play coming up. It'll be the 3rd team foul. And 5 fresh Bruins set to check in. Evans to trigger the inbound here for Indiana Wesleyan. 18-foot jumper, no good. A whistle and a foul, though. Fouls against 32. Marquise Aaron. It's his first personal foul, team foul number 4, as it was on the rebound. Inbound play again. Throwing the ball in and coming to get it was Evans. And an offensive foul. Extending the arm was Mahurin, and the official right there to call it. That was Juan Corral on the call, and he had a great look at it. And Bellevue gets the basketball back, down 25. Far side Cardenas on a drive. Able to get it into the middle of the lane, and Burton able to finish. 61-38. Wildcats break the pressure, drive, shoot, score with the left hand.
Boy, they're just all going in for him, aren't they? I mean, just all falling in, and that's, you know, I was doing some work down press row here when you got started in the second half and talking to one of the other media covering, and it's just one of those things that this is just a matchup today as not favoring Bellevue, and this is nothing against them. It is Indiana Wesleyan is just, you know, flat out got it going today. You know, mentioning they're very well disciplined and those type of things, and it's all on display here this afternoon.
Well, and Bellevue, they've started attacking the rim here in the second half instead of settling for threes. They shot 27 threes in the first half. That is on pace for a tournament record.
And how many did they make?
Well, of those, they unfortunately for if you're a Bellevue fan, fortunately if you're an Indiana Wesleyan fan,
right,
they only made 5. 5 of 27. That's 18.5%. Whistle and another foul, and Bellevue really starting to add the fouls up here in the second half, as that is already 5 team fouls, and we have played 3 minutes and 37 seconds.
Well, I think part of the issue for Bellevue is that they just, are a little bit outsized inside height-wise by the Indiana Wesleyan players, so, that may have been it. But again, one of the ways you got to do that, occasionally you still got to tack inside, because you've got to try, as Bellevue's doing now against when Indiana Wesleyan's doing against them, they got to get some fouls inside. They got to get something going inside, and you can't do that by shooting from the perimeter.
Burke with the foul. That is going to be the 16th foul against Bellevue. So now they go to the bonus. Last inbound play here. Next foul puts them on the bonus, and they'll go to the free throw line. Shot will roll off, and Bellevue able to clear the rebound this time, so Bellevue finally does get the stop there. Olashola double teamed, he's able to get rid of the ball. Morgan at the free throw line extended, kicks it out. Olashola on a drive, his runner is good and a foul. Olashola in double figures now, Scott with 10 and a chance to make it 11. Off the bench, the leading scorer for the Bruins.
Providing a spark, just not able to, put enough of a drive together. And this has been kind of the whole MO of this ball game is, Bellevue will try to make even a little bit of a run, but Indiana Wesleyan's always had an answer, and they've not been able to, get that stop and get it controlled.
We're getting a correction on the foul here. Foul was on 13, that's Trevor Waite. James Pouncey, the official, making sure that they got the call right, or got his call right in the announcement. Free throw was good from Olashola. He's got 11. 63-43. They're back to within 20, and they almost force a turnover. But the ball does go out off Bellevue. But now you cannot run the baseline if you're the Wildcats here. They'll have to throw it in over in the corner. That could be a little tough against this pressure sometimes. And the ball will be tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Bellevue. And another inbound play coming up. Bubash is going to do the triggering here. And he gets it into Evans. Evans being guarded one-on-one by Burt. And now they go into trap, but he's able to get rid of the ball. Inside, and the layup rolls home. It looked like it might roll out there for a second, but it does go down. Johnson goes to double figures with 10, 65-43. Here's another three by Bellevue. It is no good. That was Burke with that attempt. And Wildcats trying to go the other way. Johnson kicks it outside. On the drive, that's Waite. Waite was looking to throw it in. We say kicked out a lot, but this time it was literally kicked out by Bellevue. And the other five back into the game. So it's wholesale substitution. We've seen that for a while now from Bellevue. And the changes have got more frequent here in the second half.
And one of the things, and again, we're not going to say this game is over. We still got 3/4 of this second half to go, just approaching 15 minutes. But this is one of the things, if you're Indiana Wesleyan, trying to keep the pedal on, but also understanding that, if you get a game that's a wide margin, this is where the Thursday bracket, has a little bit of a different situation because they got to turn around and play tomorrow. And so you're looking at 3 straight days. So the important thing, if you win, is if you get a big victory, help you maybe conserve some of that energy because you got to turn around and play tomorrow.
Baseline jumper from Marlin was good. Goes down to the floor, and they're down there cleaning up the perspiration off the floor. While Bellevue playing on their offensive end. 3-point shot again, going to be no good. And it's 1 and out as the rebound this time was secured by Bubash for Indiana Wesleyan. And then a foul right in front of us. And it will be Marlin going to the free throw line. The 83% free throw shooter with a chance to get to double figures. Already has 9.
And again, the 7th team foul, which means bonus the rest of the way for Indiana Wesleyan. So, if you're Bellevue, the deck's just not stacked very well right now. Trailing 67-43, and it's Indiana Wesleyan shooting free throws right now.
First one splashed in. 68-43. It's 25 points again. And now it's 26. 69-43, 4:40 left to go. Inside shot was missed. Offensive rebound and put back again. It's no good. Really battling down low there was Guzman. Whistle and a foul. I think it's Maywar for the Wildcats. It'll be his second foul, team foul number 4. And Bellevue getting a few different looks at it. There are a few different chances this time. Another miss, and this time Indiana Wesleyan clears the rebound. Marlin runs it all the way up into the front court, sets up on the right side, tries to throw it down low. It's saved, and it continues to be Wildcat basketball. Shot off the backboard and in for Marlin. We talk about this a lot on our local broadcast. You like a player that will go ahead and use the backboard because it's an advantage that it's there.
That's right, and knowing that angle to go at, and did it there perfectly. And, you know, so far we're having the biggest margin of the championship so far. Right now, a 28-point lead for Indiana Wesleyan.
There's a miss. And a basket here would make it a 30-point game for the Wildcats. Whistle and a timeout on the floor. Timeout on the floor, 13:44 left to go. Indiana Wesleyan cruising right now, 71-43. Make sure you check out more exciting action of other NAIA national championships by going to www.naia.org. The Division II Women's Basketball National Championship is available now, and the men's and women's Division I national championships are coming up starting on March 16th. Go to NAIA website for more information. Again, the winner of this game will advance to tomorrow's second round. They will play at 4 o'clock against Northwest Christian out of Oregon. Some other teams that have advanced out of the first round, both yesterday and through this morning's round, included in the Naismith bracket, St. Francis with a 96-81 victory over Dakota State, and number 4 Mount Mercy with a 98-97 overtime victory over Southern Oregon. A very, very good basketball game. And in the bottom half of that Naismith bracket, Kaiser, a 77-66 victory over the host, over Olivet Nazarene, and it was 87-69 the final Cornerstone defeat in Cincinnati Christian. Indiana University East and Valley City State have also pulled upsets in this morning's games.
Yeah, and Valley City State's upset was remarkable in the fact that they trailed almost that entire ball game. And as we have some time here in the second half, we'll detail some of those games that happened earlier today.
Indiana Wesleyan, more than happy to run a little bit of clock now. But down low, when they get shots that easy, they'll take advantage of them. Maywar finishes it off. He's in double figures now with 11. It's 73-43. It's a 30-point advantage. Three-point shot again up, and again it's missed. And the rebound to the Wildcats. Trap in the backcourt. And they get it across the timeline. Baseline drive, and dunk is going to be missed. And the rebound comes way out near midcourt, and the Wildcats able to keep control. 7-foot jump shot drops. That's Evans, his first field goal of the game, go with a couple of free throws. It's a 75-43 game. Still 12:45 left to go. Three-point shot this time does go down for Morgan. 75-46. Wildcats on the run. They had the numbers, but they slow it down. No one near him. A three-point shot up for Evans. He misses as it rims out. Bellevue with the rebound. Morgan runs the floor. Olashola for three off the front rim. And cracking down the rebound was Mahern for the Wildcats. Into the front court. Doubles. Down low. Shot missed by Evans. Put back tipped out. Wildcats still in control. Pass underneath, layup no good, but a blocking foul would have waved it off anyway. Instead, it'll be free throws. Morgan with his third personal foul, team foul number 8. And again, the fresh 5 come back out for Bellevue. At the free throw line for Indiana Wesleyan, it'll be Bob Peters. Peters, 79% free throw shooter on the season. He has 2 3-pointers in the game thus far. Just one-on-one here. And he makes the first, so he will get the second. And he gets it as well. 77-46. Just under 12 left to play in the game. 3-point shot missed by Ashanti. Wildcat rebound, they run the floor. Inside, layup good. Murray with the layup. 79-46. 11:40 left to play. Drive and a foul. Going to be the 15th foul against Indiana Wesleyan. 4th personal against Bob Peters. He'll check out of the lineup. And Waite comes back in. Three-point shot from the top of the key. Missed. Rebound tipped, and Indiana Wesleyan comes away with it again. Long pass ahead. Nobody there, so a gimme. Camping out was Murray. Murray just waited on the ball to get to him. Caught it, turned around, laid it in the basket.
Well, waited for someone to see him because Bellevue basically was going 5-on-4, or I guess 4-on-5 in the backcourt. And so he just basically posted himself in the lane until someone saw him.
Rebound, tipped out, 3-point shot good for Cardenas. He's got 9. 81-49 as the 3-point opportunities continue to happen for Bellevue. Six out of 37 from 3 now.
So that's their first one the second half that he just made? Is that correct? And you said they made 5 in the first?
So.
Yeah.
First free throw is good. One more still to come here for Doubles, who, by the way, got his first point of the game there. And he misses the second one. Bellevue in transition. Jump shot. Rims out. And it's 1 and out once again as Wildcats able to get the rebound. Here comes Indiana Wesleyan on offense again. They'll set up in a set and run a little bit of clock. Wing, Waite, inside, dunk is good. Murray dunks it home. 84-49, still over 10 minutes left to play. And 84 already on the board for Indiana Wesleyan.
I think the thing that's probably as impressive, or depending on which side of the thing, Bellevue with only 49. And again, Bellevue has been a team this year and in the past some that may not be the best offensive team, but you still get in situations where, you know, their defense helps create points, where their defense is just not being able to help create points today.
Ball lost out. It will be Indiana Wesleyan ball.
And we're going to check the scoreboard. They're checking the number because the stat had 84. Now they fixed it.
Well, they fixed it, yeah, because they were 1 point short of that. I don't know if they counted the 3 as a 2 a little bit ago, but it for the last few minutes it had been short a point, but it's corrected. And I'm talking about the DAC stats.
Right.
But it looks like everything is correct there now because it matches the scoreboard, and we have exactly 10 minutes left to play. Seven of 38 is the corrected number on threes now, by the way.
All right,
so definitely a possibility, and now they're checking the scorers table. I have the score as being correct.
But they're fixing something.
Oh, I think they're putting 3 seconds back on the clock.
Oh, okay, they were just resetting it.
Bellevue has already attempted, as I said, 38 three-point attempts in that first half. I mean, through the first 3 quarters, so to speak, of this ball game. And you got to think, Trelling, there are going to be a few more attempts at it. Inside swinging, now running clock here are the Wildcats. Down to 10 seconds left to shoot. Inside, block shot inside. Here comes Bellevue in transition. Bruins looking for the basketball into the lane. Over to the left, here's a drive. Shot is good. Guzman credit with the basket. He goes to double figures now with 10. 84-51, clean up some moisture right here in front of us. I did not do it.
No spilled drink or anything like that. You know, just a dominant performance by Indiana Wesleyan here. And, you know, I think, you know, and I know there will probably be several people involved with Bellevue watching as Greg Tonicle's going to take a timeout for Indiana Wesleyan. So, and yes, you know, I know it was a little bit of a struggle late in the year as you were, you know, trying to get going in the season. But the fact of the matter is, this is a pretty good Indiana Wesleyan team. I mean, this is a team that has a lot of experience here. They have won a national championship here, as they were champions here just a few years ago. And so they know how to play here. And now Bellevue does too, because Bellevue's had a lot of success in this championship. But Indiana Wesleyan really, I think, is just the better team today. Certainly that's showing on the scoreboard, and I don't think there's anything deceptive about it. I mean, that's just where it's at.
I'll tell you what, Bellevue, they've attempted 38. If they do not attempt another three-pointer for the rest of the game, this is already 3rd in championship history for attempts.
And we still got 9:17 to go, and you know there'll be a few more go up.
They need 3 to tie William Penn as far as three-point field goal attempts in the game.
And you would figure that because when the years that William Penn was coming here, I mean, they would shoot up threes any way they could, and they won a lot of games like that.
They're currently tied with Oregon Tech from 2003. Oklahoma Wesleyan is next. With the next shot, they would tie Oklahoma Wesleyan versus Northwood in 2011.
Another irony there that they and Oklahoma Wesleyan used to be in the same conference.
That's right. And now neither in the conference they came from, well, that conference is abolished.
Yes.
Wildcats with the basketball. 10 seconds left to go on the shot clock. On a drive, this is Wade. And taken away and stolen. Bellevue on the run now. Trying to go all the way to the hole is Burton. He will do so. Hits it with a left hand and is fouled. So a chance at an old-fashioned three-point play here for the Bellevue Bruins.
Indiana Wesleyan, we were talking about their recent championship success. They were the 2014 national champions here, beat Midland, ironically coached by Todd Eisner, who used to coach Bellevue for many years.
That's right.
That was back in 2014. Indiana Wesleyan then was the #1 seed here last year. And again, this was the last year. Last year they seeded 1 through 16, and they got upended earlier in the tournament. They got to the quarterfinals before being upset.
And the basket drops at the other end. Murray goes to double figures with 10. 86-54. And it goes right back over to the Wildcats. Length of the court to go. Off the inbound play, quick whistle. And a foul. Will send us to the free throw line. Foul was whistled against Morgan. That's his 4th foul. And going to the free throw line will be Trevor Wade. Wade already with 10 points in the game. And misses the first. One more free throw still to go here. Missed them both, but an offensive rebound and putback does go down, and a foul. Murray gets credit for the basket and a free throw attempt coming up. And that will be number 5 on Morgan, and he is done for the day. Morgan, a 6'2" junior. Murray, the 6'9" player from Louisville, makes it.
Now we're looking at some of the records. Bellevue is one of 6 teams that have won 20-plus games here in the Division II National Championships. Again, the Division II National Championship established in 1992. One of only 6 teams, but interestingly enough, if Indiana Wesleyan can get to the semifinals this year, they would join them as they would collect win number 20. And again, that's an elite group. Oregon Tech has the most wins in Division II championship history with 33, including 3 national championships, all here at College of the Ozarks. Again, as we've talked about, this is the 25th year for Division II. In NAI, Stevensville, Texas was the first stop for 1 year, and then between 1993 and 99, Nampa, Idaho was the site of this championship. It came here to College of the Ozarks in 2000, has been here ever since.
After 1 or 2, a free throw, Wildcats into the front court, layup no good. They got the rebound, but standing on the line when he caught it was Murray, so that'll turn it over. Bellevue gets their defensive stop, and the 5 fresh Bruins come back on the court. 8:08 left to go. 89-55. All Indiana Wesleyan, no matter how you draw it up.
Yeah, and this is one of those games, you know, even if we were just doing this on radio and not on television where people could see it, there's really no way to spin this particular ball game. I mean, this has been just a dominating effort, but, you know, not in dominating as fact it's just been overwhelming. Indiana Wesleyan's just been steady. They've just done all of the right things to not only get the lead, but keep the lead. They've not let up. They just keep putting the pressure on. And again, this is a Bellevue team that's used to success in this championship. They finished second twice here, but just not, you know, this is one of those. I was talking to someone down press row here, I think from Bethel a little bit earlier. We were talking a little bit about, you know, the whole story here. And, you know, something comes to mind. This is a championship where 16 pretty good teams are going to go home after 1, because you have 16 first-round games. 16 teams got to lose. I mean, it's not anything. It's just in the rules. And so, you know, those things are going to happen. And sometimes you get matchups as a 3 is hit there by Guzman. Guzman hits the 3 for Bellevue. The thing is, though, you get in a situation like that, and you just sometimes the matchups just don't go your way, and the day just doesn't go your way, and that's the type of day Bellevue's having today.
They get a stop and a timeout on the floor now as the Bruins had the Wildcats' Evans trapped in the corner. And at 89-58, 7:09 left to go. Bellevue just trying to play it out now. They've attempted 40, by the way. They're at 20% now on their threes. So they have 80. They're 8 out of 40 from 3. So 1 left to tie William Penn. And we still have 7:09 left to play in the game.
You know, after this particular game, we will take a little bit of a break, and we're still going to have a pretty good break between these games. And we will resume action here at 4 o'clock this afternoon. We'll have another round of games coming your way. Mike McClure will be with you at 4 o'clock. The 4 o'clock matchup will have Bethel taking on Robert Morris. At 5:45, Perry will join Don West for a call between Briarcliff and Washington at Venice. Mike McClure and Dave Beckett will be here for the 7 o'clock game tonight. 7:30 game, we should say, Indiana Tech and Dakota Wesleyan. And Perry and I will have the 9:15 game between St. Francis, the #1 seed in the Dura bracket, taking on York. So those are our matchups. Again, after we are done here, we will have a little bit of a break and then be back with you at 4 o'clock for the final 4 first-round games of this 2016 Division II National Championship.
Wildcats with it into the front court. Bruins just trying to make it as close as they can now. Over on the left wing. Drive here from Maywar, kicks it left side. 3-pointer, in and out, no good. Offensive rebound, putback is good. Peters Peters goes to double figures now with 10. Makes it a 91-58 game. Underneath, shot by Olashola, no good, but contact and a foul. And Mahern will be whistled for the foul. That is going to be his 4th personal foul, team foul number 9, but it was shooting, so 2 free throws, and it will be 2 free throws the rest of the way, as that was number 9. Daxtax, by the way, is just caught up, and they have attempted their 41st.
So is that tie the record? Or is
So that ties the record. Set by William Penn against Bethel back in 2013. First free throw by Olashola was down, so he's got 1 still to go. He's got 13 points in the game, coming off the bench. But that's kind of different, as they have been wholesale substitutions and everybody playing a lot. 91-60. 6:27 left to go. Indiana Wesleyan continuing to take their time. Here's a 3-point shot, and it rolls in. Peters, his 3rd 3 of the game. That gives him 97 on the year.
Perry, looks like we're almost sure to have our 3rd team of the championship hit 100 here today.
And there's the record, by the way. As not only they take a 3, they hit the 3. 94-63, that was Burton hitting it. And then a basket for Mayward as well, 13. And it's 96-63. Yeah, it would take an awful lot for them not to get to the century mark here. Point blank shot missed inside there by Quell. And Wildcat basketball. Marlin all the way down to the opposite end. Free throw line, underneath. Lay-in is good with the left hand.
Yeah,
Mayor up to 15, 98-63.
And 3 teams, if Indiana Wesleyan gets this last basketball, I've hit 100. The first 2 did it in the same game here late last night. It was a 106-100 victory for Warner Pacific over Nebraska Wesleyan.
And there's a miss of a 3. And they will just add to their own record every time they take one now. 3-point opportunity at the other end, no good. Offensive rebound, put back is good. There's your 100. Maywar hits it 100-63. And a timeout on the floor with 4:59 left to play. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Join 60,000 others who feel the same way. You'll never run out of room to grow on the court, in the classroom, and as a person. Learn more at NAIA.org. Hey, fans interested in ordering photographs from all the games in the national championship should visit www.ciphotography.com. Perry Phillips along with Scott McCauley. 4:59 left to go in this first round game of the men's Division II National Basketball Championship here in Point Lookout, Missouri. Indiana Wesleyan with a very comfortable 100-63 lead.
Comfortable is a pretty good description of what is going on. As this, by far so far been the widest margin that we've had in the championship. And again, Bellevue still got some time to close the gap here before all is said and done. But Indiana Wesleyan just, it's their day today.
And they add to it. On the break, Murray up to 15 in the game.
This is 39, a 39-point margin. And, and for Perry and I, as that margin will go down a little bit here on a basket by Guzman as he has a chance to go to the free throw line. But, we see Bellevue an awful lot because until last year, before the Midlands Collegiate Athletic Conference dissolved with teams going various different places. I mean, we saw Bellevue twice a year. Sometimes we saw them, see them more than that because they'd be here in the Classic for C of O in January. They would play the Bobcats twice, and then usually might be here for the conference tournament and be here on the national. So we see Bellevue a lot for a visiting team.
Yes.
And this is, this is going to sound like a cliche. This is unlike any Bellevue I've ever seen before. I mean, this, as dominant as they have been, you just don't expect to see something like this. But I will say it again, I think it's more of an testament as much of a testament to what Indiana Wesleyan can do as compared to what Bellevue can't do.
Well, Bellevue gets a three-point play. As we're talking here, they get a three-point play, get a turnover, they get a bucket and a chance for another three-point play.
Yeah, so 39 is going to drop down here pretty quick with this free throw. It'll become 33, but still 33-39. That is still a pretty wide margin.
Free throw missed, and now a Bellevue foul, and we're going to walk all the way down to the other end. Still 4:23 on the clock.
You know, while they're taking the free throws at the air, then let's go ahead and recap what has happened here today in the national championships. And Perry told you a little bit earlier about their results. The first game this morning was one of those games that makes college basketball at this one time so rewarding, but so, heartbreaking when you lose. Tennessee Wesleyan, in search of their first NAIA Division II national championship win, leads pretty much the whole way against Valley City State. Had a double-digit lead. I mean, they're number 3 seed. They've been in the top 10 this year. And Valley City State just chips away. And in the last minute 9, I actually called that game early this morning, there was a sequence with Tennessee Wesleyan up 1. A foul is committed, and Valley City State, as Indiana Wesleyan scores here to make it 105-68. A Valley City State player who shoots 59% from the free throw line nailed 2 free throws, and Valley City State moves on, and Tennessee Wesleyan denied their first tournament championship. Now, the flip side of that was also Valley City State's first tournament win, championship win, so certainly congratulations to them, and they certainly earned it, but that just kind of shows you what happens there. And we'll talk more as soon as Perry catches you up here about the other surprising result of the day, but in a completely different way.
Now another free throw coming up here, or more free throw attempts. Murray going back to the free throw line. 2 opportunities here, gets the first one. If he gets the second one, he'll be up to 20 for the game.
Northwest Christian did win today over Southwestern Kansas, pulling away 84-69. But what about what Indiana University East did to Tabor? Tabor, a number 2 seed, not only goes down, but goes down very well, quite frankly, similar margin of what we have now.
Well, they came in with the nation's longest winning streak. They had won 17 in a row.
And Indiana University East, at number 17, just dismantled them today, 91-68, as IU East also picking up their first ever Division II championship win and moving on to the second round. And guess what? They will see Valley City State. So we know we will see either a 6 or a 7 seed in the quarterfinals on Saturday. And a possibility, depending on what Cal Maritime does tomorrow against Warner, about having another team possibly entering the fray. And one thing I've noticed, and even for number 1 seeds, I mean, this has been no picnic for number 1 seeds. It's true that the number 1 seeds that played yesterday both ended up with double-digit wins, but they were not that easy.
Bellevue, another three, misses it off the near side, no good. Under 3.5 to play now, trapping Bellevue still with that full court pressure, and the Wildcats break it. And a blocking foul, and free throws will now come up for Murphy. Murphy, the 6'4" freshman from Hillard, Ohio, looking for his first points of the game. Getting some playing time here. Ben Carlson, the 6'6" sophomore from Palatine, Illinois, into the game. Then free throw is made, and Murphy gets on the scorebook here at the national championships. Bellevue going to try to get as close as they can before the last 3:04 clicks off. Another attempt at a 3. It's no good. Bellevue clears the rebound. Why not? Shoot up another one. Missed it short, no good. Let's try a third one now. No good. This one tipped out of bounds. It will go over to the Wildcats. So add 3 more 3-pointers, 3 more attempts, and I believe we're at 49 now. They may shoot 50 3-pointers in this game.
I got to believe they're going to. 2:50 to go here. So they're going to really leave William Penn's record in dust right now.
Drive, layup, no good. And here comes Bellevue on the run. Into the lane, all the way to the hole. Shot no good, but a foul. Cardenas will go to the line. 2:33 left to play here in the second half. 108-73. Cardenas with 10. It's 108-74. Got the second one as well. It's 108-75. Trapped in the backcourt, but they break the pressure. Doubles. Ball thrown inside, off of Indiana Wesleyan. It will be Bellevue basketball. And the bench, I believe, now is completely cleared.
Well, it's, it's an advantage for a team, especially if you got a lot of reserves, to be able in a national championship setting to be able to get the bench cleared. That doesn't happen very often. And so Indiana Wesleyan, except for, of course, teams like Bellevue's doing today, who plays most of their players. In Indiana Wesleyan's case, that's not necessarily the case, but they do get all in action today with the big Wildcat win.
Ball is stolen. Bellevue makes the steal, but they save the ball. Goes right back in. Shot is good. Underneath, that was Murphy. Gets his first field goal of the game and a chance at a three-point play, and Indiana Wesleyan continues to pour it on. And I say pour it on, they continue to score, but they've actually been trying to run clock and do what they can to just get this game over.
It's just the game. It's just the way the game's been going. And Indiana Wesleyan now with the most points scored in the national championship so far at 110. As we mentioned earlier, the third team to get the 100-point century mark here in the national championship event.
Ball saved in by Indiana Wesleyan to Bellevue, and Bellevue will lose the ball out of bounds at the other end. It was last touched by the Wildcats, though, so the Bruins do still keep control of it. We are down to 101 seconds left to play. Three-point shot, missed. And then the ball tipped out near midcourt, a collision there as well, and a foul on that collision against Ashanti, and free throws for Indiana Wesleyan's Kylan Doubles. Doubles with one free throw so far in the game, and he'll get two more attempts here. But not till they get the court cleaned up. Now they have it, and he'll get the ball back. 94 seconds left to play, 110-75. Free throw no good, one more still to come. And the second one is good. So it goes 1 out of 2 for the second time at the free throw line. And it's 111-75, 90 seconds left to play. 8-foot jumper off the backboard, can't go into the basket. And Wildcats secure the rebound. Doubles, gets it across the timeline. Kicks it left for Murphy. Now down low, Murray, long cross-court pass. Doubles on the run, into the lane, tried to bounce pass down low, and it's kicked by Bellevue, but there's also a foul there.
Now they're reset. It was a kick ball. They're going to reset the shot clock to 15.
Okay, and so it was right. It was just a kick. And the number signal to the scoring table was to reset the clock to 15, which is a rule change that came a few years ago, which really makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, rule change is that the shot clock is above 15 on a kickball. It stays right where it is. If it's under 15, it goes to 15.
Drive, and a shot is too strong. Almost a rebound for the Wildcats, but instead Bellevue able to take it away. Under a minute left to play. A three-point shot is good.
And that's number 50, isn't it?
That
attempted?
Is actually going to be 52.
Wow.
111-78. So they're getting a little bit closer here, and a quick foul all the way down to the other end to take free throws here.
Well, Indiana Wesleyan will move on, and they're going to see a Northwest Christian team tomorrow that looked fairly impressive. A pull away from Southwestern Kansas, especially in the second half. 84-69 was the final score. So it will be Indiana Wesleyan facing off against Northwest Christian with the spot in the national quarterfinals on the line.
2 free throws good. 113-78. Bellevue with the basketball, 42 seconds to play, and there's another three-pointer and another make.
Now Bellevue has 80-plus points, and they're losing this game by over 30.
And they've made a run to get it this close. At one time it was 107-68. Wildcats the inbound with 28.2 left. Ball underneath, shot short, no good. They were trying to get Carlson a basket. He just couldn't get it there. That might have been his final opportunity. 3-point shot attempt, no good, but at least it will count as an attempt, and I believe they're going to call it off here. 10 seconds left. Bellevue won't foul. And Indiana Wesleyan won't attack. 2-1, and that is it. 113-81. Indiana Wesleyan advances. 113-81. Indiana Wesleyan defeats Bellevue and will advance to the next round.